Well, hello again. Brian here at AutoShopTeacher.com. And in this little video, I'm going to talk about what it's like to work with an automotive coach or consultant. A lot of shop owners are, in my experience, and even for myself, when I was a shop owner, first considering hiring a consultant, trainer, coach, there's some apprehension there, right? So what is it really like? Does a trainer come in and just try and take over your business and start giving you basically their own version of the 10 Commandments that thou shalt do? And if you don't, are you labeled a failure in the business and all of that? That I'm sure there's some consultants and trainers that have done that to shop owners, but I have a feeling that most of that was happening maybe about 20 years ago when there was some snakes in the grass, if you will, that really didn't even have true automotive, boots on the ground experience as service advisors and as, service managers and shop owners. And they were fronted by corporations that were coming in and literally they were just trying to cash mine businesses, and they didn't care whether they destroyed them or not. They were just on to their next victim. A private consultant such as myself or others that I know in the industry, that's not what we're offering you. We as a private consultant, automotive consultant, again, coach, mentor, even assistant, if you will, whatever term you're most comfortable with. I doubt many of us would have issue with that, because our true goal is, if you will, to, yes, earn a little bit of money, but also give back to the industry that most of us that are doing this have done it for 25, 30, 40 years. By done it, I mean worked in the automotive service industry, worked in, parts departments, service departments, in the shop itself. So what I'm showing you here on your screen next to me talking here is, this is a write-up after I'd met actually 2 times, once in a restaurant with the couple that owned the shop, and then my wife joined along, and the 4 of us went out to dinner. And then in that following week, I went and basically did a site inspection, and we sat for a couple of hours in the office of their shop, and we just started gathering through those 2 meetings. I was taking notes the whole time, and we were gathering what were our goals and where were we going to go, or how were we going to get there, I should better say. So then after I've done that, I then take and write a summary, and that's basically what you're looking at here, is a summary of the 2 meetings and bringing it back to the shop owner, and so we can confirm that, yes, this is our goals, and we are on the same page. We are compatible in terms of coach and shop owner, and these are the things we want to start working on. And then, of course, I start challenging them. I can't force any shop owner to do anything that they don't want to, but if they've hired me as their consultant, I'd like, to believe that they're committed to the process. It's not always fun. It's not usually fast, but if you set a course and you get that point marked out on the horizon, and you have someone there coaching you along the way, even cheerleading, if you will, you'd be surprised that when you get to that point on the horizon and you glance back, you see how far you've come, and hopefully, in most cases I found to be, and hopefully you would experience that, wow, that really actually didn't take that long. So looking at this example here, you can see that I did just a summary, listed out what we had discussed goals, and then here was there 7 items. We settled on 7 items that we were going to work on, and some of them kind of overlap or parallel, but again, this is getting that foundation set. What are you wanting to work on in your business? And then I can start doing my research right? Because I'm 38 years in the business, but at any given moment, I don't know everything. And hopefully you took that as a joke. No automotive consultant, just like no automotive technician, so on and so forth, knows everything. Where we specialize is having that varied background, but then also having the resources where we can go and do the research and compile data and then bring it back to you in a structured plan. Continuing on through this document, then you can see I gave them homework, things that they needed to work on over the next week, which if you look at the homework, of course, it directly relates to their goals, right? Marketing for a higher car count. Well, if I'm going to start helping you design marketing materials, or maybe even if we subcontract a marketing agency, you can see the first bullet point there on the homework, creating a mission statement. So it's things like that. It's getting the whole plan outlined on a piece of paper. And this was literally after just the dinner and then the site inspection. It doesn't even always have to include both of those. This could be prepared even after just a phone call where things are discussed. Then this summary is prepared so that myself and whoever I'm consulting with, or for, probably should say, we're on the same page, and then we just keep revising this week in and the following week and the next week and so on. You can see I also gave them basically a spreadsheet, a financial tracking spreadsheet for them to start inputting their numbers. Let's input our cost of goods sold. Let's input what we actually sold it for. Let's input our cost of labor. Let's look at what we actually charge for that labor. Let's start tracking some of these key performance indicators so that we can then determine what's broke, or if anything is broke, but then set that plan for moving forward and attaining those goals, with the big goal being working smarter and not as hard. So that's basically the end of this document. Hopefully you read through a little about that while I was yakking on here. My name's Brian D. Wampler, autoshopteacher.com. There's a form on the website you can fill out to contact me. Also a link where you can call or text me, and I'd be happy to help, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.